President, I move that the bill pass. And speaking to the bill,
The senator has the floor.
it imposes a fee of 1/10 of 1 cent on fuels subject to Virginia's fuels taxes, with the proceeds to be used solely to inspect and test petroleum dispensing pumps. This may sound familiar to you because it passed the Senate by a 40-0 vote last year. It is a measure that is supported by the Virginia Petroleum Convenience and Grocery Association, and what it will do is allow for annual inspections of fuel pumps, an issue which is important to consumers but also important to the owners of those pumps, because the variation can go one way or another. It's in everyone's best interest to make sure that the fuel pumps are measuring the fuel properly. Again, I renew my motion that the bill pass.
Thank you, Senator. Senator from Harrisonburg, Senator Obenshain.
Mr. President, I would ask if the gentlelady would yield for a question.
I'll yield, Mr. President.
Senator from Harrisonburg, Senator Obenshain.
Mr. President, I would ask the gentlelady whether I'm correct in understanding that this is a gas tax increase that is not going to new roads.
Mr. President, the purpose of the 1/10 of 1 cent increase is to provide for the measurement that fuel pumps are inspected so that they measure fuel accurately.
Mr. President, further question.
Will the senator yield for a further question?
I will yield, Mr.
Senator yields. Senator from Harrisonburg, Senator Obenshain.
Mr. President, I would ask the gentlelady whether this means an end to the $2.99 99 price tag that we see on gas stations.
Senator from Arlington, Senator Whipple.
Mr. President, I should let you all know that there is already a 5/10 or 1/2 cent that goes to the cleaning and take care of leakages of abandoned underground fuel tanks. So this is only an addition to an existing tax that is for a different purpose.
Thanks, sir. Senator from Harrisonburg.
I withdraw my question. Thank you, Mr. President.
The senator from Henry County, Senator Reynolds.
Mr. President, would the gentlelady resume the floor for the purpose of the question?
Will the senator from Arlington yield for a question?
I yield, Mr. President.
Senator yields. Senator from Henry County, Senator Reynolds.
I would ask the gentlelady if the purpose of this measure is to assure consumers that when they pay $3 for a gallon of gasoline, that they get $3 for gasoline.
Senator from Arlington, Senator Whipple.
Mr. President, I would respond that the senator from Henry is exactly correct.
Thanks, Senator. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, maybe this will help some. 30 to 40 years ago, major oil companies used to deliver virtually all the retail gas sold in Virginia except in very, very rural areas. Over the years, with the exception of Sun Oil Company out of Philadelphia, all the major oil companies have virtually pulled out of the retail business all across the country and have sold their retail assets either directly to the dealers or to jobber distributors. When the major oil companies, who, as you all know, were not lacking for funds, were in charge, they would generally come in and check those pumps every 4 or 5 months. Since they've pulled out and the jobber distributors are there, they don't quite have the resources to do that. They may be checked periodically. After BP sold their retail assets to me, and ConocoPhillips, which had taken over from Mobil, we never saw them on site again. So it was pretty much up to us. So this will at least somewhat, pay for that. Trust me, at 1/10 of 1% is hardly ever. First of all, the computer cost model won't even be changed for that. So you're not doing your constituents any favor. Now, and as was pointed out, it could go, as Senator Whipple said, it could go in either direction. They came into one of my stations one time and closed down my pump, even though on about 5 gallons, which is 640 some ounces, I was off by 2 ounces to the favor of the customer and not to me. And I explained to him, I said, you're not here to look out for me, you're really here to look out for the consumer. The consumer's getting a good deal, what do you care? But this is something that really needs to be done, because I can tell you it's not being done now unless it's being done by the Department of Agriculture. So I would hope you all would vote for the bill.
Thank you, Senator. Question is, shall the bill pass? All in favor of the motion will record their votes aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their votes? The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 32, noes 8.
Ayes 32, noes 8. The bill passes.
Senate Bill 1386, a bill to amend and reenact 58.1-4022 and so forth of the Code of Virginia relating to the state lottery instant ticket game to benefit veterans.
The Senate could stand at ease.